continued their dominance of the American League Central Division in Kansas City. In Game 1, it was Francisco Lindor with a grand slam and a 3-run homer. In Game 2, Yan Gomes provided the margin of victory with the team's 8th grand slam of the year. And in the series finale, the Indians nursed a 1-run lead late. Roberto Perez with a key defensive play, and Cody Allen becomes the Indians' all-time franchise leader in game saved. Now the Indians return home to Progressive Field, where they host the Oakland Athletics in the first of a 10-game homestand. Hi again, everyone. Matt Underwood alongside Rick Manning. Indians got off to a slow start on that last road trip, but they finished strong. Now they welcome the Oakland A's in, and they welcome back to the mound Carlos Carrasco.
It'll be a nice sight because Carlos coming off, if you remember, a line drive off the bat of Joe Mauer right off the right elbow. He went down. It was a scary, scary night there in Cleveland, but Carrasco, no structural damage as he ended up getting out of that game, walking out. You could see the welt on his right arm, but you can see he started off the year very good. 4-1 with a 3.08. He's been treading water the next 2 months, so this break may have done him very good. In career against the Athletics, he's 3-1.
Well, when you talk about Carlos Carrasco, he has great swing and miss stuff. And it looked like before he got hurt, he was losing some of that great movement on his pitches, and maybe that's why guys were starting to zero in on him.
Well, 3 above-average pitches, the good fastball, the slider, and a changeup. So hopefully he's back. He says he feels great. He can't wait to get out there and pitch tonight.
Arch, the Oakland A's roll in here. This is a team playing great baseball. In the month of June, they hit the 2nd most home runs in franchise history.
They've been playing very good baseball. They've won 14 of the last 17 games, averaging over 5.5 runs a game. They play much better on the road. They're 24-18 on the road. This is the team that can hit home runs. They're extra base hits, but if you make your pitches, you can't get them to swing and miss.
All right, so the Indians open up this weekend series here at home against the Oakland A's. We'll be back with the play-by-play. We'll check in with Alan Jensen, and we'll hear from Andre Knott straight ahead. Cleveland Indians baseball is brought to you by Who But WB Mason, the official office supplier of the Cleveland Indians. And by Cleveland Clinic Express Care online. Tap the app for 24/7 virtual visits.
Tonight for the Tribe is first in 3 weeks as the Indians open up a 10-game homestand ahead of the All-Star break tonight against the Oakland A's, who are red hot, winners of 14 of their last 17. But the Indians have won their last 4. Along with Jensen Lewis, I'm Al Pulowski. Great to have you here. Let's take a look at our showstopper for tonight. It's from last night. It's Trey Turner, 2 homers, 8 runs batted in the Nationals' 14-9 win over the Marlins.
Matched the Major League record for most RBIs by a leadoff hitter. It was his first career grand slam and put the Nats ahead for good. This was in the aftermath of a players-only meeting the previous day. They were down 9-0. How do you come out after a players-only meeting and you go down 9? But if there was ever a game, as our producer Jim Murphy talked about, if there was ever a game that would turn your season around, you would hope that yesterday's performance would be that for Washington.
Impressive indeed. As we head upstairs now, Matt Underwood and Rick Manning have the call on tonight's game. And guys, Carlos Carrasco back. Always nice to see, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'll tell you what's impressive. A sellout crowd greeting the Indians as they come off a road trip in which they went 5-4. But the Indians have increased their lead to 11.5 games in the Central Division heading into play today. And the Tribe fans are rolling out in style. They are backed up at the gates trying to jam their way into Progressive Field on an absolutely glorious night here in downtown Cleveland. And for one man in particular, this series, like the last time the Indians played the A's, has a little more significance to it. Andre Knott joins us more with the story of Yonder Alonso.
Thank you very much, Matt. Beautiful night here in Cleveland. And when you talk about Yonder Alonso, drafted by the Cincinnati Reds, went to San Diego. Then he went to Oakland before he was traded last year to Seattle. For him, the Oakland Athletics will always be a key organization for him because he changed his swing and changed a lot about his career and met his wife all in the same time. And on Sunday last week, he went 4 for 6 versus the A's. Today I sat down with him in our Hear Right Sounds of the Game to talk about what the organization in Oakland means to him and his career.
They did a lot of really good things for my career, no question about it. I mean, they brought me in, they traded me from San Diego, and I was there for 2 years, and a lot of thankful things for me and my family there. I know my family, my wife's is 2 hours away from there, from home, so that was very nice. And obviously, they gave me an opportunity to play, an opportunity to make myself better, get myself better with the staff and the players around me, and a lot of friendships. I built a lot of friendships there for 2 years. Although we didn't win too much, but they were in that rebuilding stage with young guys, and I felt like I was a little bit of a part of that, and it's just it was a lot of fun, and I definitely enjoy playing them.
How nice was it to be there and allow them to let you change your swing a little bit? Not every team would be okay with that, right?
Yes and no. I mean, I think they gave me the open door policy for me to change my swing. I kind of brought it up to them, and I kind of told them, what I was thinking going into the off season, and really didn't elaborate too much on it. It was something that, for me, it was more of a conversation with my hitting coach there in Bush. So it was kind of a surprise for everybody, but I know that, behind closed doors, it was a lot of work, not only with Bushy over there, but, a lot of other people and players as well there in Oakland that helped me out throughout the process.
And that process has led him to Cleveland, where he is at 12 homers. He has 47 runs batted in as we approach game number 86 tonight here in Cleveland.
Well, nice to have him here in Cleveland. Let's check out tonight's Northern Ohio Honda starting pitcher. Welcome back, Carlos Carrasco. He will be making his 16th start and his first start since June 16th. Last year, Carlos was 1-1 in 2 starts against Oakland. He's 3-1 in his career. So he's got to be happy to come out and pitch. I know he told Andre that and texted him that when we were on the road.
Yes, he did, and he is back on the hill. And here's the lineup he'll face for the Oakland A's under Bob Melvin. Dustin Fowler in the leadoff spot. Mark Canha is in left field batting second. Jed Lowry will hit third. Chris Davis, the DH, will bat cleanup. Then it's Matt Olson, followed by Stephen Piscotty. Matt Chapman back in the lineup. He did not play against the Indians when we were in Oakland. Marcus Semien hitting 8th, and Jonathan Lucroy, the catcher, bats 9th.
Let's check out the Dodge defense for the Cleveland Indians. It'll be Brantley in left field. Allen is in center. Naquin over in right. At third base, Ramirez. Shortstop is Lindor. Kipnis is at second. Alonso at first. And Gomes is behind the plate.
Sean Barber will call the balls and strikes. Stu Sherwater down at first. Eric Cooper is at second. And Gary Cederstrom, your crew chief, is at third. There is Bob Melvin, his A's. They have won 8 of their last 9. They sit 48-39 on the year. They're 9 games back in the American League West because Houston, well, they're having a great year. They're 58-31. Carlos Carrasco's first pitch misses inside, ball 1.
I think a lot more talk would have been paid to Oakland had not Seattle and the way the Houston plays in their division. You know, they've really turned it around over there, and they're just trying to hang around. They're doing a good job of it.
There's a strike on the inside corner. I don't think too many people pegged Oakland as a team to look out for this year, but they could, if they stay hot, they could make a run at maybe a wild card position. Though this year the wild card isn't that much easier than winning a division because Seattle has played so well, and New York and Boston have jockeyed for the top spot in the American League East.
Oakland has to turn it around in their own division. They're 12-25 in their own division. If they can do that, they'll be in good shape. If they can play against their own division like they play against the rest of baseball.
Well, Dustin Fowler just hammered one out of here, and Oakland's going to play from in front tonight. That is a long home run for the A's leadoff man. His second home run against the Indians this year, and number 6 overall this season.
And that is their 73rd home run on the road for Oakland. And they're 115th on the year, so they love to hit the long ball, and he gets the fastball and he gives it a ride. You look at right down the middle, belt high, maybe inner third of that plate, and Oakland will play from in front tonight.
Mark Canha. And he takes the breaking ball for a strike. Most in the majors on the road, Oakland.
How about that? By a bunch.
The Coliseum in Oakland not exactly homer friendly, especially in night games. So they can't wait to get out on the road.
No, we witnessed it in the first 2 night games where there were some balls hit by both Lindor, by Encarnacion on our side, and they had a couple of guys hit a couple. I was talking with Ray Fosse before the game. He said, you'll see a difference here tonight once they get out on the road, the way the ball carries. They can hit the long ball.
Dustin Fowler, not one of the guys you expect, though. The 0-2. There's Ray Fosse, the one-time Indians catcher, former All-Star, world champion with Oakland. And the 1-2. And there's a smash up the gut. And the A's are 2 for 2 to start the night.
He's going to throw the slider this time, and that one didn't get down, and it stayed middle of the plate. So a couple of mistakes that they get early, and they take advantage of it here in the first inning. A fastball by Fowler and a breaking ball by Canha.
It's going to bring up Jed Lowry. The Indians held Lowry to a 1-for-8 mark in the series in Oakland, but the one hit he had was a big home run in the series opener. In that game, the Indians had closed the gap to a single run. It was a low-scoring affair, and then Lowry went out and led out the next inning with a home run, restored the 2-run lead, and Oakland, that was all they needed to get the series opening victory. Fouled back.
Oakland is not a team that runs a lot. Only 16 stolen bases. They're last in the league in that department, so you don't have to worry about them applying pressure. They just like to swing the bat and beat you up, and look at the numbers for him on the road. That pretty much coincides with everybody on that team, the way they're playing. As a team, they average 5.5 runs a ball game, hitting .286 and now 73 homers.
Dribbled foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Threw it by him. And Carlos Carrasco gets his first strikeout, 1 down. Take a look at the home run hit by Dustin Fowler on StatCast, powered by AWS.
467 feet. Are you kidding me? I say they look a lot farther down the line. That ball was hit a ton. I didn't realize it was that long.
Now the A's heavy hitter, Chris Davis, 20 dingers on the year, 57 driven home. He's out in front of that one. He went 5 for 10 against the Indians in Oakland. 3 of those 5 hits were doubles.
Yeah, he was swinging the bat pretty well. He wasn't going into that series.
And Carrasco gets ahead of him 0-2. Oh, they got him hung up.
Yes,
Gomes goes down to Kipnis. Kipnis runs him back to first. Now Alonso to Lindor. Inning, that's going to be out number 2 as Canna is erased.
Great pick by Gomes. And you know what? He was just fooled because he was reading the ball in the dirt as a base runner, but Gomes did a great job of picking it, and he knew he was in trouble. But that's the chance you take. You figure you want to get yourself in scoring position. I said they don't run much. It was just a great pick by Yan Gomes, and they get him on the rundown. A backhanded style. Nice play.
So with 2 down, Chris Davis, the batter, with a 1-ball 2-strike count now, and he takes it inside. Carrasco pushing him off the dish.
Yeah, this is a guy, their power hitter, that uses the big part of the ballpark. Left center, right center, great power the other way.
Swung out and missed, and Cookie rebounds after a shaky start. Dustin Fowler starts the game with a long home run. 1-0 Oakland. The Indians are coming to bat.
pitcher. 2 wins, 2 losses. His second win came in his last start against the Indians. 6 1/3 innings he went. Gave up 3 hits, did not allow a run. He walked 1, struck out 5 through 98 pitches.
Francisco Lindor will lead it off for the Indians. Lindor taking a called strike.
Blackburn pitched a lot of the Indians inside early.
Battling all the way to the backstop, and Lindor is thrown out. 1 down. Lost a handle on that one. We take a look at the rest of the Indians starting 9, brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Michael Brantley, then it's Jose Ramirez, Edwin Yonder, and Jason Kipnis in the middle. Yan Gomes, Tyler Naquin, Greg Allen batting 9th. Michael Brantley, who has batted .351 this year at home. Sends a lazy pop to center. Easy play for Fowler. 2 down.
Let's check that Oakland defense. They played much better lately, although they're 13th in the league, only 1 error in their last 8 games. It's Canna in left, Fowler in center, Piscotty over in right. Chapman is back. He didn't play in the series in Oakland. Semien is at short. Lowry back at second. Olson is at first with Lucroy doing the catching.
Now Jose Ramirez. He looks at a strike. Ramirez was 5 for 12 against the A's in Oakland with a home run. Rips it foul right back.
So far I'm seeing the same MO as he did the last time he faced the Indians. Concentrating, going in.
Missed away that time. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Blackburn working in a hurry. Full count. Sellout crowd already in a good mood here early on. Indians down a run. Ramirez strikes out and he loses the bat handle. So 2 of the first 3 Indians hitters chuck the bat. No results. They go 1-2-3. It's 1-0 Oakland.
For $82.99, you can watch every out-of-market regular season game live or on demand. Your subscription includes MLB At Bat Premium, which allows you to watch live baseball on your supported devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Just visit MLB TV to take advantage of this special offer.
Leading off for Oakland here in the second inning is Matt Olson. Left-handed hitting first baseman. And Carrasco's fastball just missing inside. The 1-1. And that's outside. 2 balls and a strike. Over their last 14 games, Oakland has averaged almost 6 runs a ball game. And they've done it by swinging the bat as a team, collectively hitting .276 as a group over those last 14 ball games. So Bob Melvin pleased with the offense, but it has been a group effort because it's not just outslugging the opposition. They've been pitching extremely well despite a myriad of injuries they've had to deal with in that category. There's a long fly ball deep center field. Greg Allen won't catch this one, and Oakland is now on top 2-0. Second inning, and another leadoff homer for the A's. Matt Olson with his 19th of the year, and that baby was really crushed.
Well, this guy has his power is as good as anybody in a game when he gets a hold of it. He's got that left-handed swing. He had a good year last year. That's home run number 19 for him this year. Oakland comes out swinging on the road.
Now Stephen Piscotty. You see that, you see Stephen Piscotty wearing that familiar number 25 in the Oakland uniform, and combine that with a shot we just saw in the dugout of Matt Olson and teammates doing the forearm bash, and you immediately think back to McGuire and Canseco, and that was a beginning of an era in baseball. When you think about the home runs that those two combined, especially earlier in their career when they were raw rookies.
Well, those first two hit tonight, they traveled quite a distance. One to right field, one to straightaway center.
Greg Allen has this one. 1 down.
You look at Olson's at 438 feet, and you say, how can that ball be, shorter than the one pulled to right field? It looked like it would travel quite a distance, but that's what it was on StatCast. It doesn't matter; it only counts for one. But
now it's weird too because it looks like there's a pretty good breeze blowing in from right center field. Matt Chapman. Last year against the Indians, this guy went 5 for 9 with 2 home runs himself. Chapman missed 16 games with a right thumb contusion. Left him straight up on the infield. Jason Kipnis calls for it. And there are 2 down. Tonight's storylines are brought to you by Wayside Furniture. A's with 2 outs have hit the opposition with 169 runs, second most in the majors. Why? Well, how about they're #1 in the majors with runners in scoring position since June 1st? That'll pick you up a lot of 2-out runs.
Yes, it does. Blackburn, that win coming in his last start against the Indians. He pitched last year also against them and had a no decision.
Marcus Semien. He was 4 for 11 against the Tribe out in Oakland.
Another reason why Oakland likes to play in the gray uniforms and play on the road so much when they get out of that Coliseum. Look at tonight, you got a sellout here in Cleveland. Different ballpark, the ball carries, and it means something to a ball club like that. Their offense, they only average about 14,000 a game.
The 1-2, a little low. A sold-out house tonight here at Progressive Field. But early on, it's all Oakland with a couple of solo shots off Carlos Carrasco. And the 2-2. Out of play. The 2-2, just a bit inside and a full count. He swung at that pitch after taking the previous one. Jammed himself, but
isn't it funny how you get to 3-2 and a lot of hitters, man, they swing at just about everything. This one was way inside, but he figures I'm going to swing. He was fooled by it, and that was not even close to being a strike, but he fouled it off to stay alive.
Weak ground ball hit to Jason Kipnis, and the inning is over. But for the second inning in a row, the A's get a leadoff homer. They now lead it 2-0. late over the Indians. Fans rearing and ready to go, looking for some action from the hometown squad. Edwin Encarnacion leading off, takes ball 1. Encarnacion trying to snap an 0 for 12 slump. Takes a strike. He'll be followed by Yonder Alonso and Jason Kipnis here in the second. Low again. You ever seen a parrot drink beer before?
No, I have not.
There's a ground ball single into left field, and Edwin leads off the second with a base hit for the Tribe.
Edwin's going to get a breaking ball here, and he left it middle in, and he turned on it. Finds the hole between short and third, the first hit for the Indians tonight.
That brings up Yonder Alonso. All 4 of Alonso's hits against the A's came in that series finale, in which the Indians turned a close game into a rout with an 8-run 8th inning. In that game, in that particular inning, they sent 13 men to the plate. Check swing foul. Alonso was actually the 9th man to bat in that inning, and the Indians at that point still had not made an out.
Right. They threw 38 pitches to get the first out.
Breaking ball gets away, but Edwin did not get a good read on it initially. He stays at first. The ball and 2 strikes. Alonso actually put the finishing touches on that victory for Cleveland with a 2-out 2-run double in the 9th that made the final 15-3. In the dirt again.
You talk about that game, and the A's have allowed 2 runs or fewer in 6 of the last 7. And that 15-run game is the one they're talking about. So when they 6 out of the last 7, their ERA is .343 because of what the Indians did to them on that Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, that game is the one outlier.
Well, that's the one that got them going too. I mean, they had lost the first 2 to Oakland, so, and that was a 5-3 game going into the 8th.
2-2. And all that damage was done against Oakland's bullpen. In that game, Alonso finished with 2 doubles. The Indians had 11 as a team. In the dirt again, and a full count, and a throw down the right field line. Edwin can get up and walk to second base.
Well, he was trying to do the same thing that Canna did in the first inning. He saw the ball in the dirt and he saw it bounce away. He was going to take off and he stopped, and then he wanted to go back. See, he sees it in the dirt, he was running, and then he got caught, and then Lucroy's throw sails over the head of Olsen. That allows Edwin to get up and go to second base. So the error is on Lucroy. It's only their 2nd error in their last 9 games.
7th of the year for Oakland's catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. And Alonso ends up striking out. 2nd K for Blackburn. Down to Andre.
I know last week when the Indians took on the Oakland Athletics and Paul Blackburn was on the mound, a lot of people said, how's this guy with the high ERA getting them out? Well, success comes basically because of splits, guys. He has a great slider and a cutter in on lefties. As you can see right there in all those replays that we have, all the left-handed hitters that faced him last week told me they have to get him over the middle half of the plate, and they cannot allow him to take away everything inside. Out of his 98 pitches last week against the Indians, 39 of them were sliders, and about 20 of them were cutters, all in on left-handers' hands is how he got his outs last week.
And then when he gets you looking inside, he goes that change-up away.
So he's pitched them very well, and he is a former first-round pick who's coming off an injury.
Jason Kipnis rocks one into right field. Edwin coming around third, and he'll be stopped there by Mike Sarba. He runs through the stop sign and scores standing. Know thyself, be your own base coach.
Yeah, Sarby decoyed him, I guess. He thought he was going to stop, but Edwin just says, I'm going. So that's good, though. I like that. If he felt he could go, go. You know, you're never going to get in trouble for that if you feel you can do it. And I'll tell you why. He must have picked the ball up. And Piscotty came in, and I think he nonchalanted it, and I really think that Edwin picked it up. And that's why he kept going. Mike Sarbar wanted to be conservative and stop him. But look at that, was a bad relay throw there. One hopper.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
See, now watch. He's going to go out, and he looks. And he picks something up, and he wasn't going to stop. He realized he could score. So good job.
So the Indians get a run back. Kipnis is at first. One out. Jan Gomes the batter.
Don't think those guys aren't going to tease Mike Sarbaugh about stopping him either. Edwin's going to say, man, I told you I could fly.
You can't stop Superman.
That's right. That's a tough job over there, boys.
Mike would never say a bad thing about any of the Indians players, but any third base coach worth his salt will tell you that a runner like Edwin is a tough one for them because he doesn't have a lot of speed, and you don't want to get him thrown out at home plate or embarrassed or hurt either.
Yeah, and he knows the kind of jumps he gets off second. But after that replay I just saw, it was interesting because Encarnacion wasn't even looking at Sarbaugh. He never saw him stopping him. That's why he continued. On that last shot we just showed, that was a really good angle. He was looking into right field, and Sarby said stop, and he blew by him.
Is that the old no,
I'll
go,
tell you what,
go?
that guy sitting down there in that blue uniform next to the dugout, he may be coming in and giving Edwin a ticket for stopping on not stopping
running
at
a red light.
Yeah, that's right.
Jan Gomes, a sky high pop to left. Canna calls for the fair catch. 2 down.
This is a good angle. Watch, he's not looking at Sarby. Sarby's stopping him now, and he's looking to right field. Okay, go ahead. And he doesn't. He's standing up. But not a very good throw by Piscotty to get it in quickly either.
Tyler Naquin will bat. Kipnis still at first, 2 down. And it's inside. A little bit low, ball 1. Shot to third. Chapman makes a good throw, inning over. Indians get a couple of hits. They score a run here in the second. It's 2-1 Oakland as we head to the third.
the Ohio Cup returns to Cleveland when the Reds make their way to Progressive Field for a 3-game series. That'll start Monday. Grab a $15 district ticket presented by Sports Time Ohio and get yours at Indians.com. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the Cincinnati Reds. All-night games.
Cincinnati Reds really playing great baseball lately. And they got off to a horrendous start, but ever since Jim Riggleman took over, well, they've been playing great. They beat the Cubs at Wrigley today 3-2. So they're 39-49 on the year.
And that may sound bad, but like you say, the start that they had, they can hit.
Number 9 hitter Jonathan Lucroy leads off for Oakland here in the third, and Carlos Carrasco with a breaking ball gets ahead of him 1-2. Yanked foul, look out, folks. Lucroy down hacking. Third strikeout for Carrasco, 1 down here in the third inning.
That's a slider he throws away after he threw him the fastball and he fouled off. He goes after a pitch out of the strike zone, but got him to chase. So finally gets the leadoff man for the first time tonight.
Back to the top of the order, though. Here's Dustin Fowler. He hit a shot deep into the lower deck in right field his first time up. Swing and a miss and a quick strikeout for Carrasco. 2 down. He's fanned the first 2 here in inning number 3. Stat of the game brought to you by Buick. Since the middle of June, Indian starters lead the majors in wins. They've allowed the fewest home runs coming into tonight.
Well, the starters second in the league. They've done their job all year long. They've been solid. And now Carrasco comes back, which is nice. Kluber will follow him tomorrow. And then it'll be Shane Bieber after that for this series.
Just some rhyme and reason with that. Then you'll have Clevenger go on Monday. Basically, Tito's going to try to keep Kluber on 5 days leading up to the All-Star break so he can have a decent All-Star break. Start off Thursday against the Yankees next week. Then he'll have some time, and most likely he'll be the 5th starter coming out of the All-Star game.
Okay.
If he pitches in the game, and they'll move Clever around, and they'll basically take care of Carrasco as well. It's kind of the rhyme and reason right now for how they're setting up the rotation.
Well, makes sense. Get ready to go in the second half. Give him some time off before the All-Star game.
Swung out and missed. Cookie Carrasco chews him up, spits him out here in the third. Strikes out the side. 2-1 Oakland, middle of the third.
or actually tomorrow evening. And 17,500 fans will receive a Jose Ramirez jersey. That'll be courtesy of Medical Mutual. Come on out. Pregame in the district is presented by Budweiser. Visit Indians.com for your tickets.
Greg Allen leads off the bottom of the third with the Indians trailing the A's 2-1. Line to first, one away. Here's our Lowe's whole team together. Focuses on the Indians' record at home and where they rank. 27-13, third best. Better than 6 runs a game, tops. Fourth in homers. And a +75 run differential is 5th best in the majors. Boy, if somebody showed up on your doorstep today, say a long lost relative, or maybe it was somebody you'd never met before, and they said to you, you know, I've heard about this baseball thing. I'd like to see what it's all about. This is what you would have in mind. This is what you would bring him to.
Oh, absolutely.
A night like this.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect conditions. The ballpark couldn't look any better. Filled to capacity. The sun setting. Gentle breeze.
Nice summer day.
Forget about it.
Get yourself a hot dog, sit down, go get something to eat and drink, and watch a baseball game.
I got a question for both of you. I'll ask you after this pitch from Blackburn.
To left field. Shallow, dropping, base hit for Lindor. It's the Indians' third hit of the night, all 3 singles. That one was just perfectly placed. That's in basketball, we'd say that's a hitter's touch.
That's a nice touch.
Shooter's touch, baby. Now, we've talked about this before with soft tossers and guys like that, but with Blackburn getting in the kitchen on all these lefties, would it help at all to stand off the plate a little bit for all the left-handed guys since he's getting inside on them so well?
Well, we've talked about that before. It's up to the hitter to do that.
I know.
Guys don't change. They stay in the same spot.
He's been inside on these guys for 2 weeks straight now. One time through the lineup now, and in the last game, you would just think you would take a step or 2 off and try to.
Well, you're closest to those guys. Why don't you ask one of them down there? Did you think about maybe moving up back?
I said something to Jose, and he's switching bats. He's going back to Black Magic in his next
at bat. But you know what? They don't change in the batter's box, and I mean, for the pitcher, he's not gonna. Why would he change? We always talk about this being a game of adjustments. He shouldn't change because he's continuing to throw the same pitches he did in his last start, and if they don't change, he's going to continue to do that. Edwin was talking to somebody saying he's throwing him down. He might have been talking to Jose, who's on deck.
The first offering to Brantley was essentially a pitch out. Lindor, nothing doing. Teams have taken a lot of chances against Oakland. Runner goes here. Brantley pulls it just foul.
Yeah, that was Olsen had to get off the bag to try and protect that hole, and it almost stayed fair. And I know what you're talking about, Matt, when you say stealing bases. They've thrown out the second most guys, but they've given up a lot of stolen bases as well.
Yeah, 54 steals, third most in the American League allowed, but they've thrown out 25 guys, second most.
Right.
Bottom line is teams are saying, heck, we're gonna go.
Let's go. If you can get the jump.
Brantley.
That's going to fall.
Muscles it into center field. It will be a base hit, and Fowler dove for it, allowing Lindor to go to third, and Brantley will roll into second base with a bloop double.
Tell you what, not a good job by the center fielder to dive for that baseball. He missed it by 4 or 5 feet. And you know what? Let the ball go, and you have a single, and you have a double play in order with 1 out. But once the ball gets by you, and I credit the left fielder for getting up and getting over there, Watch Canna. He's hustling off the get-go. If it wasn't for him, that might have been a triple. So it was a mistake by the center fielder, and Lindor's going to get to third base. He could have kept the double play in order. He did not. That's good for the Indians. That's second and third, a double by Michael Brantley.
And with one out, an opportunity for Jose Ramirez. Ramirez, a .303 hitter on the year with runners in scoring position. Jose, who at last check led the American League in balloting among all-star third basemen. But he will not be going to the All-Star game without a few of his teammates. Ripped deep right, but foul. That got everybody out of their seats. He hit it hard, but he was out in front of it.
Rick, Matt, you told me to ask about where they're trying to change, and you can see it this inning. Jason Kipnis heard our conversation. He said they're changing their eyesight. They may not move their feet,
right,
but rather than trying to hit the ball over the middle of the plate, they're trying to pull the ball, knowing that that's what there's coming inside.
Okay.
That's what Kip said he did on his first at bat. He said if he's going to come in there, I'm just going to try to cheat and try to get it down the right field line.
Okay, there you have it. I like it.
Now the 0-2. Down the right field line. This is trouble. In the corner. Off the wall. Lindor scores. Brantley is home. The Indians have the lead. The ball gets thrown around. Ramirez will stop at second base with a 2-run double.
And yeah, I'll tell you what, you'll see Ramirez cheat on this pitch going inside. He brings the hands in, and it's tough to keep a ball like that fair, but he did right down the line. So what they're doing, Andre, tell him it's a good sign. That's the slider down there, or the curveball.
Oh, this joint is jumping.
So back-to-back doubles. The Indians take the lead now, 3-2. Ramirez with his 57th and 58th ribby.
Three on the left side of the infield now for Edwin.
Yeah, and I understand, Andre, what he's saying. You know, you cheat a little bit because he's coming in. Now you may force him to go away a little bit more, and you may get a little extension on it. You get a couple of base hits like that. And Ramirez's hit, this was an 0-2 pitch, folks.
Look how far out in front he got it.
Yes. And he went with the curveball instead of the cutter there. But Ramirez, I mean, kept it fair right down the line.
Slow curveball in for a strike, and he's got Edwin in the hole, 0-2.
Give him credit. He's throwing strikes. 29 strikes out of 42 pitches. That means only 13 balls.
Throwback, and it was very close. Ramirez called safe by Eric Cooper.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll try and take a peek at it and see if he got back in there before they wave it off. Oh, that's wow. It looked like he just got the tip of his hand on the bag. They're still looking at it. That's how close it was. Very close. Hold on, hold on. Come on. 10 seconds. Make a decision. And you can see him wave it off.
And the ball gets away. Ramirez to third. A wild pitch. Puts Ramirez 90 feet away.
Good job by Jose reading that. It's a little easier to read a wild pitch when you're at second. You can see the distance it gets away from the catcher. When you're on the corners, it's a little tougher, but he strolls in easily on that breaking ball that bounced in the dirt.
Infield in now for Oakland. Encarnacion still down on the count, 1-2. Chapman, the third baseman, plays back. Everybody else up. Up high.
Chappie's saying if he hangs a curveball, he's not taking my hat with it. I'm going. He's deeper than the shortstop and the second baseman. They're in the cut of the grass. He says, I'm getting at least 100 feet back.
Nice. Pops one high in the air, deep to left. Canna back, still going back. Makes the catch, tagging. Coming home to score is Jose Ramirez. Edwin's 59th run batted into the year. A 3-run third for Cleveland.
I'll tell you what, that's a really nice job. That's the RBI machine right there saying, I'm just going to give it up. And that's what the difference in that wild pitch here. Edwin could just throw the bat head. Look at, fooled by it, but gets it out front and hits it to the track. But the man's on third and less than 2 outs, so that's a free at bat for him, and he gets the RBI. That's his 59th. See, Ramirez tied him, but once Ramirez got to third, Edwin takes over the team lead again.
Alonso breaks his bat, and this will end the inning. But the Indians make some noise here in the third. Back-to-back doubles by Brantley and Ramirez. 3 are home for Cleveland. They lead at 4-2. Well, it's now a 4-2 Indians lead. And in the fourth inning, it'll be Jed Lowry, Chris Davis, Matt Olson due for Oakland. Indians turning things around in it quickly with a 3-run third. And once again, not surprisingly, the catalyst was Francisco Lindor. He didn't hit it hard, but he blooped one in and comes around to score his 76th run of the year, far and away most in the majors.
Well, Carlos Carrasco settling in now because his last inning in the third, he threw 11 pitches, 10 of them were strikes.
He's set down 6 straight. Not quite a shift, but the Indians play Lowry to pull. Although in the outfield, Allen shades him toward left.
Wow, that bounce hit him. That breaking ball was so far out in front of the plate. That had to hit 5 feet out in front, and it just bounced right up and it hit Lowry.
Stepping in now,
Not sure this ball bounces. I don't know what you're not used to focusing on any ball sitting that far out in front of home plate.
Just trying to see where it actually hit him. Now Chris Davis struck out his first time up. And then fastball in off the plate. Carrasco trying to knock some rust off. Missing almost 3 full weeks of big league action.
That's a generous call there.
Did he hold up? Evidently he did. 2 balls and a strike. Up the middle and through. And the A's have their first 2 aboard here in the 4th.
A little ground ball that finds a hole. He got the ball on the ground. That's a double play ball if Lindor could get to it, but he got by him and into center field.
Down to Andre.
Well, with Chris Davis, you think home runs, right, guys? And what he's been able to do. This is now his 18th game that he's gone without hitting a home run. For context, his longest one he had was with the Brewers. It was 20 games in 2015. So you would think he's in a drought or he's slumping, right? But through his last 7 games, he's hitting .370 and he has 4 strikeouts. And when you talk to the A's people, they say he may finally be maturing more as a hitter, realizing teams aren't going to give him the balls that he likes driving to right field and right center field, but he's getting more hits.
I can believe that because it used to be he would swing and he tried to hit homers every single time up.
I mean, he hit a couple balls off the wall in Oakland versus us late, and they said they thought the one was going to get out against Bauer. But a lot of them say he's maturing. You can see that he's staying off the pitches in the dirt and allowing whatever's given to him to be hit. So he's hitting .370 over the last week, but no home runs now in 18 straight games.
That's okay. You can still.
So hopefully, by the end of the weekend,
you can still help that team out with a base hit here and there, depending on situations. That single right there. Now first and second, they're trying to answer that 3-run 3rd inning by the Indians.
Carrasco pitching himself into a world of trouble. It's 2-0. And Olsen hit one a mile his last time up. Mentioned before, since June 1st, Oakland has been the best team in the majors with runners in scoring position. There's another rocket to deep center. Greg Allen will make the catch. Tagging is Jed Lowry. He heads to 3rd. And 1 down in the inning. Davis staying at first base, so a double play could still get Cookie out of this inning. And Stephen Piscotty will be the batter. So far, though, only 1 ground ball in the game, and that was a Marcus Semien ground ball out in the 2nd inning. First pitch breaking ball in there. Slowed it down. 0-2 the count. See if he goes for the strikeout or can get Piscotty to hit a weak ground ball somewhere. Right back up the middle. Lindor tags the bag, throws to first. It's an inning-ending double play. Middle of the fourth. It remains 4-2 Cleveland.
Military by sharing a photo or video with hashtag HatsOffForHeroes. For each post, T-Mobile will donate $1 to support veterans.
Picture perfect night here at the ballpark, and the Indians are on top 4-2. Bottom of the fourth inning. Jason Kipnis will lead it off. He plated the Indians' first run of the night with an RBI single in the second inning.
And he said he was cheating. He cheated on that last pitch, so he got a changeup away on that first pitch this at bat.
Moved his feet. 1-1. Is that something you think the catcher remembers or the pitcher remembers?
I'm sure the pitcher remembers, and the catcher. They all remember the sequences and what they want to do. The catcher's there to help remind you, and you as a pitcher, if you can see the approach, you can shake them off, and you know what you feel good throwing that night.
3-1.
I mean, when you're out there and you're sitting there watching it, everybody's in tune to what's going on. What he did the last time up, they don't forget it. They can tell you the counts and the situations.
Good pitch. Had to throw a strike. He did. Full count. And he walks him. So the Indians get their leadoff man aboard for just the second time tonight.
And that's just the first walk for Blackburn.
As a hitter, my thinking would be if you can get the pitcher to have to make an adjustment, in other words, sort of deviate from what he wanted to do, then you've maybe won the first small battle.
Yes, you're taking him away from his game plan. Now, if you can also take it away from his best pitch, which would be, you know, that cutter in or whatever he's doing to the Indians. If you can get him away from that, you've won. You're making him change. He made the adjustment.
Oh, Kipnis got a great jump, and it's a breaking ball.
Beautiful.
No chance for Lucroy. Kip with his 3rd steal of the year.
I'll tell you what, it's almost like he started running before he even moved. So a stolen base for Kip. Look, he was leaning and he was running before he even moved. So that goes to show you he wasn't watching him over there. Great timing. Now in scoring position. And I'll tell you that the Indians from the month of June on have done a wonderful job stealing bases.
If you look at the Indians from May 23rd till now, they've stolen 38 out of 40.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. They were like 26 out of 27 when we were going on that road trip. They've really done a great job. And Sandy, he's really proud of it. He should be.
And Gomes goes down swinging. 1 away. 3rd strikeout for Blackburn.
Just got a piece of this, but right into the glove of Lucroy. But it's a ball. He expands his zone. That's what happens when you're down 0-2. You expand, they get the first out. See if Naquin or Allen can pick him up after the stolen base.
And a first pitch strike. Smothered him. No swinging room. Broken bat. That stays fair behind the bag. And that's going to be out number 2 as Kipnis moves to 3rd. Swinging to Summer tomorrow afternoon when the Indians play game 2 of this series against the A's. Corey Kluber matches up with Edwin Jackson. Our coverage begins with Indians Live at 3:30 p.m. Swinging to Summer on Sports Time Ohio and Fox Sports Go, presented by Click It or Ticket. Mentioned that the A's have been playing really well of late. They won 8 of their last 9 coming in. And they're doing everything well, and that's usually the case when you get on a pretty good run like that. And it goes back farther than that, winning 14 of their last 17. Pitching well, swinging the bats well, and defensively, before tonight, they'd only made 1 error in their last 8 games.
Right.
Before that throwing error by Lucroy, and that led to a run for the Indians.
The thing is to sustain it.
Yeah.
You know, and they've been scoring with 2 outs. They've been hitting with runners in scoring position. That's when you take off and get on runs. Everybody gets your team's playing like the way you expect them to play. But can you maintain it?
Nice block, 1-1. That's what was so incredible about what the Indians have done in each of the last 2 seasons. To win 14 in a row, to win 22 in a row. To sustain it for that long is, well, it's why it's so rare.
It is. It's out of control. It's something very special when you can do that. But I'm saying when you shrink it down, you look at the smaller size of it, win the series. You know, win the 3 games you're playing against your opponent. And when you can do that for series after series after series, like they've been doing, and Oakland's been doing it tremendously against the Central Division. They wear it out. They wear the Central out. And they have since last June when you look at the numbers. They're 16-5 against the Central this year. And in their last 12 series, they have won 10 of them.
2-2. Greg Allen pops one up. Yeah, you win 22 in a row, that gets all the headlines. You win 20 out of every 30, though, you're going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Kia Sorrento, the perfect getaway vehicle. Visit KiaDealers.com to learn more. And by Levin Furniture. For the best deals on furniture and mattresses, shop Levin's. We roll on to the 5th inning. Bottom third of the Oakland A's order due up here. Matt Chapman, Marcus Semien, Jonathan Lucroy. Carlos Carrasco gave up a solo homer to Dustin Fowler to lead off the game and a solo homer to Matt Olson to lead off the 2nd inning. But that's Benetti has struck out 5.
Settled in a very good 3rd inning. Then got into a little trouble, hit the leadoff man last inning on a base hit, but he got the double play ball to get out of that inning when needed.
And the really good news is he has shown absolutely 0 effects from the ball that struck him on that pitching elbow 3 weeks ago.
Well, so far early in this game, it took him that 1st inning to get a feel for it. He's had 10 0-2, 1-2 counts now. So he's getting ahead of the hitters. He always throws a ton of strikes. He's usually 67 to 70% strikes when he's done with the evening, if he's on his game.
Bounced it in there. 2-2. Got him to go fish. Strikeout number 6 for Carrasco. Let's check in right now with Gabriela Cruz.
Thanks, guys. We're up here on the family deck, and I've got Severin and Alex here. They're getting excited about KeyBank Kids Fun Day. We don't want you to miss all the action on a Sunday. We've got kids running the bases post-game. That's courtesy of Cleveland Clinic Children's. That's a lot of fun, right, guys? You want to run the bases. And the other cool thing, this wristband set, 3,000 kids 12 and under will be going home with this cool wristband set thanks to our friends at Chevrolet. You want that one? And Major League Baseball, there you go, peel that right off. That could be 3,000 kids, so get your tickets on Indians.com.
Thank you, Gabriella, and don't forget Sunday it'll be Shane Bieber trying to run his rookie record of 5-0 on the year. 1 o'clock start right here at Progressive Field. Great weather this throughout the weekend, so hope
looks like it's going to be
see you down here.
Homestand.
Yeah. Cincinnati follows Oakland in, and then the New York Yankees for a 4-game series going into the All-Star break. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count on Marcus Semien, who grounded out his only time up. A little low. Two slowly tapped to third. It's going to be like a swinging bunt.
Yeah, he let it go. That's what you should. Maybe it'll roll foul. It didn't. Infield single. Nothing you could do about that one. You top it, and look where he's playing. Way deep. You're just hoping that it has spin on it where it will roll foul, but you can tell that one had too much grass. That's going to be a base hit. Put it in your back pocket.
Crowd letting Jonathan Lucroy let him know that they still don't feel all that great about his decision to turn them down a couple of years ago. Struck out his only time up. Fouls this one right back to the screen. Swung on and missed. It's 0-2. Weak ground ball hit towards second. Kipnis' only play is at first, and there are 2 down.
That's all you could do there, not hit hard enough to get the lead runner, get the out at first base. 2 outs now, and see if Carlos can get the third one.
Top of the order, Dustin Fowler.
Got him to swing at the changeup on the first pitch. Led the game off with a home run. Pulled a fastball that was in.
Swung on and missed. Chased the ball down and in.
Started a changeup. Now comes the slider. Gets him to swing over the top of that one that was not in the strike zone. Go down the count. Another 0-2 count for Carlos.
And that fastball runs away. Fouls it off the leg.
That was sort of like an emergency swing there, but when you see a good changeup and a slider, you almost have a tendency to start looking for it when he throws that fastball. It's tough to catch up to it when you're in protect mode.
Shoots this foul the other way.
Right over the head of third base coach Matt Williams. Played with the Indians here in 1997. There he is. Still looks like he could play a little bit.
And a more intense competitor you probably will not meet.
Not a third baseman. He could hit, he could field, he could do it all.
Now the 1-2. Uh-oh, this is trouble. That's in the gap. Coming hard is Naquin, and he can't quite make the catch. That's going to bring Semien home to score. And a 2-out RBI base hit by Dustin Fowler makes it a 1-run game at 4-3.
Well, give him credit. He put the ball in play. It went off the end of the bat. He reached for it, and Naquin almost caught up to it. He got up, and just at the end, I mean about 6 inches from getting that glove down before the ball could hop. Oh, so close. Good effort by Naquin, but that ball falls for a base hit. It's now a 4-3 Indians lead.
And so that little dribbler infield hit leads to a run for Oakland. And Mark Canha, 1 for 2 on the day, the batter. And a first pitch strike by Carrasco. Swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Quick throw, and spinning his wheels trying to get back to the bag was Dustin Fowler.
He must be talking about something. Maybe they were sending him and they threw over there. He didn't expect it. 0-2. When you do that a couple of times, that just lets that base runner know, don't get, I'm thinking about you. I mentioned it's not a base stealing team. 16 on the year. If you pay a little bit of attention to him, you can control it.
Fouled out of play to the right.
So far, Canha has seen 10 pitches tonight. 9 of them have been strikes from Carlos Carrasco.
Sails high on him, 1-2. Another close play, but Fowler keeps getting back ahead of those throws.
That's okay.
And the 1-2 is weakly grounded towards third. Tough play for Ramirez, no play. Second time this inning, a ball just not hit hard enough leads to an infield single.
That's what happens when you put the ball in play. You didn't hit it hard enough, and I think Jose, he didn't have a good grip on the ball when he transferred it, and wisely holds on. You don't want to make a mistake. And it was, you know, he tops it. He has 2 strikes. You're playing deep. I mean, there it is, almost hits the bag. And see, when he goes in there, he didn't have a good grip on it. So, okay, another infield single. There's nothing you can do about that. And then even the base hit to right field that Fowler got to drive in their third run. And a couple of bloops, a couple of infield hits. So I think Carl's just going out reminding them, hey, you're making good pitches. Don't worry about it. But he's got a tough hitter up there now, their best hitter, their RBI guy. So he's going to have to continue to make quality pitches. And we already told you about Oakland and the 2-out scoring. They're the best at it in this league.
A long inning for Carrasco as his pitch count climbs to near 90. The Indians have action in the bullpen. Jed Lowry to the plate. He's 0 for 1, hit by a pitch his last time up. There's another blast. Greg Allen runs it down in the alley. And that'll end the inning and get Carrasco out of further damage. Middle of the 5th, it's a 1-run game. Bottom of the 5th inning. 4-3 Cleveland. Top of the order for the Tribe. It'll be Lindor, Brantley, and Ramirez. Shortened up the bunt, took a pitch low for a strike. Frankie grounded to short his first time up. He singled and scored in the Indians' 3-run rally in that third. His hit was the one that got things rolling.
Yeah, it wasn't hit hard. He just placed it beautifully. And then a couple of doubles after that.
Hit hard to right field. That'll get down for a base hit. And that's now 12 hits for Lindor in his last 7 games.
Another multi-hit game. The good hitters get it. We talk about it consistently or constantly with these guys. Look at the change-up away. He goes out there and he hooks that change-up. Lindor now 36th multi-hit game. So he gets it started again, and there you'll see Segura. He ties him, who's having a nice year out in Seattle. J.D. Martinez in Boston with 35, Castellanos, and then Rosario. Hitting machines.
Michael Brantley doubled and scored his last time up.
Well, it's pretty evenly. Scored his 500 today in third and driven in. He drove in his 500th in Kansas City. I don't expect to hit him to hit a 2-run homer here.
I guess that makes sense, though. Think about where he hits in the lineup. Usually he's up there towards the top, so
score some runs and you can drive them in as well.
Yeah. You got guys behind you. You're not the last guy on the train. And he's always run well. Not a burner, but runs well. I think sometimes you get guys in the middle of the order, 4 or 5 hitters. They hit home runs, but they don't score as many runs sometimes because they just don't have the speed.
Well, this is a crucial inning here for Blackburn.
Brantley swinging 3-0, fouling it off.
Why wouldn't you? You know you're going to get a fastball. Got the leadoff man aboard. And here's a count. You can start 3-1 when you have a good hitter at the plate that knows the strike zone. You can start your runner 3-0 here. Gibna stole a base easily in the last inning, and Michael will take it if it's a ball. If it's a strike, he's going to let it go.
Now full count.
Well, now you got to start him with Brantley at the plate. See if you can find a hole in first and third him. He always does this when Brantley is on and Ramirez is hitting. There's no reason not to do it when Lindor's on and Brantley hitting.
Lindor was leaning. He had to really hurry to get back.
He's going, and that's the first thing you do as a base runner. This isn't trying to steal a base in this situation. It's like, just let me get a jump, make sure he goes home, and if it's a strike, Michael's going to swing. If it's a ball, he'll take it.
There goes Lindor. No, he stopped, and Brantley crushes it. Deep center. It's over Fowler's head. He won't get it. It'll one-hop the wall. Lindor will score anyway. Brantley into second with an RBI double. It's 5-3 Cleveland. They're so excited they're shooting off the fireworks.
Michael smoked that ball, and Lindor, you know, you do the right thing. You take off. I don't know why he stopped, but there's a breaking ball. It's middle of the plate. And just keep right on going. It's way over the head of Fowler, and that's how you can score on the double. Scores easily. The scoring machine, we call him. And that's all it takes is 2 hitters in the inning, because they just crawled back into the ball game, and the Indians came back and put another one on the board.
Double trouble tonight. Brantley with a pair of doubles. The Indians lead 5-3. Cleveland Clinic call to the bullpen has been made. We'll be right back. Oakland jumped out. A pair of solo homers, one by Dustin Fowler in the first, and that guy Matt Olson in the second. Indians came back in the second. Jason Kipnis with an RBI single, plating Edwin Encarnacion. Jose Ramirez with a 2-run double gave the Indians the lead in the third. And it's now a 5-3 Indians advantage. The new pitcher, Yasmero Petit, on to face Jose Ramirez. Ramirez with a 2-run double in the third gives him now 50 extra base hits on the year. So Jose Ramirez and Francisco Lindor are the first Indians teammates ever to have 50 extra base hits before the All-Star break. And taking it to the bag is Olson, 1 away. Brantley goes to third. Here's the only other teammates that have accomplished it. And look at that. The only other times it happened, 3 times in 03, once in 04.
Yeah, how about that? 3 times in 03.
Edwin Encarnacion with his 59th run batted in the third inning on a sac fly. Infield in, just as it was in the third inning. Almost the exact same configuration, with the third baseman Chapman playing deeper than everybody else.
Well, this is Edwin. He's looking to get that job done. He's looking for something just to get him in.
Bounced in front of the plate.
You know, sometimes now we talked about that's how Ramirez, that's how Edwin started getting off swinging the bat very well. They were pitching around Ramirez, and you know, so they'd have to come to him. Well, in a situation like this, with Edwin doing what he's doing, they're going to start pitching around him with first base open, and then this guy on deck, Alonso, is going to get an opportunity to do it. You got to find ways to do it and trust the guys behind you.
Well, Edwin got a pitch to hit. It was a little bit above the strike zone.
He doesn't care.
He didn't miss it by much.
No, he put a good swing on it. He knows it was up, and watch. He's just going to try to annihilate that ball. Smell the bat, and he's going to see how close he came.
So that is 4th of July batting tape, it looks like. Oh, rock to left, right into the glove of Canna. Tagging and coming home is Brantley, 6-3 Indians.
There you go. He got the ball down for him in that at bat, and he hit a line shot. So second straight sacrifice fly for Edwin. And they come back with another 2-spot. Both those runs are charged to Blackburn. Closed the book on him. He allows 6 runs today. So I think that second time around they made the adjustment. I think it's safe to say after he started against them last Friday in Oakland. The Indians are at home again. You look up, it's the 5th inning. They have 6 runs on the board.
And I was just thinking too, not only do you have 2 teammates with 50 RBI, 50 extra base hits before the All-Star break, but Edwin now 60 runs batted in.
Yep.
Prior to the All-Star break, and Alonso pulls it foul, broke his bat. Edwin's at 60. Ramirez is at 58. Lindor sitting at 55. All in the runs batted in category.
Brantley now 1 away from 50. Yeah, you look at the numbers of the top 5 hitters in this lineup. You better be on your game. Now tonight, Kipnis is in the 6th spot. He's playing much better as his average is going up every month.
Yeah, Rick, his last 15 games, Kipnis batting over 300 now.
Yes.
10 runs scored, 10 runs batted in.
He will continue to get better.
2-2. Oh, caught him looking. That'll end the inning, but 2 more for the good guys. Through 5, 6-3 Cleveland.
break. It'll all start on Thursday night. 12,500 fans will receive a Carlos Carrasco Players Weekend bobblehead courtesy of KeyBank. They'll be providing fans with exclusive experiences and giveaways throughout the series as part of the KeyBank hassle-free weekend. It'll all start taking place on Thursday.
Carlos Carrasco goes to work here against Chris Davis in the 6th inning. Davis 1 for 2 on the night. Takes a strike. A little high, 2-1. Chris Davis has hit 105 home runs since the start of the 2016 campaign, so he still has almost half a season left, and he's at 105 home runs over the course of 3 seasons, with the rest of this year still to go. And he's already put himself in rare Oakland A's territory. Jose Canseco hit 106 over 3 seasons in the late 80s. Mark McGwire hit 114 from 87 to 89. Jason Giambi hit 114 from 1999 through 2001, and the all-time leader over 3 seasons, Mark McGwire, 95 to 97, hit 125. So Chris Davis is already at 105 with the rest of this year to go.
Yeah, this guy, and I'll tell you what Andre told us in his home run drought, he is laying off pitches I think he used to swing at last year, so he's feeling more comfortable in getting how people are trying to pitch him. But Carlos throws a good heater there.
That gives Carrasco 7 strikeouts on the night. He's fanned Davis twice, and he has struck out Arch at least 1 batter in all but 2 innings tonight.
Yeah, located a good fastball inside after throwing on the breaking balls. You see, he threw it right by him, and Terry says, "Good job for your first start back. Welcome back, Cookie. Thanks, that's all I need you for." He threw 96 pitches, 65 strikes. That's him. He's back. And nice to see him back. His offense gave him 6 runs tonight, so good job all the way around. Indians with a 6-3 lead.
First man out of the bullpen tonight, left-hander Mark Zipchinski. Just rejoined the ball club. Began the year with Seattle. Mariners released Zipchinski on June 6th. And he signed on with the Indians a short time later. And the Indians activated him in Oakland. And like all good relief pitchers, he was ready to jump right into the fire, and he did. Zipchinski made 145 appearances with the Indians from 2013 through 15 when he was with the club. Pitched in a career-high 73 games in 2014. And a lot of those appearances, it was one guy. You come on, you face that left-handed hitter. And if they've got a right-handed hitter behind him, that was it. So on one hand, you think, boy, that's easy work. On the other hand, and you better be sharp.
It is if you get your out.
Yeah, right.
If you don't, it's not easy work. And you won't be around long.
Broken bat, liner perfectly placed by Matt Olson. And over to cut it off, Naquin. Olson going to second base, and he is in standing, barely. Oh, they almost got him.
I think Lindor's upset he didn't leave the tag on him, because maybe that foot came off the bag. You know, he tried to decoy him because he was going to fake like, all right, I'm not getting it, I'm not getting it. Here it comes. Now see if his foot
he was off.
Yeah, he slipped off the bag.
I didn't realize he slipped completely off
the
base.
Tag on. That's
maybe he did. Take a
well,
look.
They're gonna. Yes, maybe they did. See, and he went back again. So it
right here is the tag. No, he wasn't on.
Well, see, then the call will stand.
Well, this is a challenge by the Indians, but I don't think they're going to win it unless right there at the first instant he came off the bag. Was Lindor's glove on him at all? On that first instant he came off.
Just from what we saw, I don't think so.
I tell you what, it's got a second look on the big board. It's closer than it looks.
Yeah, Tito. It looks like Tito wants to change pitchers, and I think he's asking the ump, "Can I change?" And he says, "Not now."
If we can back up our replay to the very first instance in which he comes off.
Well, I see Lindor clapping out there. You see?
I think he might
right
have
at the waist. Lindor's clapping, so he feels like maybe it was on enough.
Looks like the glove is in contact.
Okay, there you go. And then maybe it will get overturned. Boy, when you go frame by frame,
yes, you can see the glove move there.
It's unbelievable. And that's super slow. They don't get to see it, and he figures that he slid off the bag. He might have been looking at his feet as compared to the tag. Looks like the umpire's looking down, but you just never know. That's when you really slow it down like that.
It would appear that that initial tag was on the hip.
Well, yeah, it does. It does look like that. Is there enough evidence to overturn it? Well, we'll find out here in a second. You are out.
How do you like that? Matt Olson had what looked to be as easy a double as you'll ever have, but he slid off the base. And Lindor was able to get the tag on him. So there are 2 down in the inning. Tito will go back to the bullpen. He goes to the right-hander to face Piscotti. And we'll give you one more look.
For a game break in Kansas City, where it's home run derby tonight for the Boston Red Sox off Jason Hamill. Mookie Betts leads off the game with his 22nd homer of the year, the 100th of his career. 2 more homers tonight. J.D. Martinez is 27th to lead baseball. Red Sox really beating the Royals 8-1. Top of the 3rd inning at Kauffman. Matt and Rick, back to you.
Not going to get any easier for the Royals. And Kansas City began the day 1/2 game better than Baltimore for the worst record in baseball.
Well, Baltimore getting beat by Minnesota 3-0.
Fly ball right field, Naquin. Inning over. Midway through the 6th, 6-3 Cleveland. Out of the 6th for Cleveland. Drove in a run with a single in the 2nd. Walk, stole a base. Ultimately stranded at 3rd in the 4th inning. Yasmero Petit came on to get the final 3 outs in the 5th inning. Stays on to work the 6th. Bullpen quiet for Oakland. One ball, 2 strikes.
Kipnis has driven in 1 tonight. That was back in his first at bat, but it's been the top of the lineup that's done the damage tonight to Oakland.
And it's outside. Full count. And that's a low, ball 4. So Kip walks for the second straight time. Second straight time he's led off an inning with a walk. And it looks like we're going to get a pinch runner. Eric Gonzalez will come on to run for Kipnis here in the 6th inning. Injury report brought to you by the attorneys at Elk & Elk. Gleyber Torres will probably well, he won't be here to see the Indians when the Yankees come to town for their series next weekend. Yan Gomes 0 for 2. Ground ball to third, double play ball here. 5-4-3 around the horn.
To the plate now for the drive, right fielder, Tyler Naquin.
It's going to bring up Tyler Naquin. So Kansas City getting bombed tonight by Boston, but Baltimore also losing. They're being shut out by Minnesota. The race for the top pick in the draft, I guess. Interesting story I read today. Baltimore, Buck Showalter saying, you know, he would like to stay, wants to be around and help. He's not afraid of going through a rebuilding process. He's done it before. But some people wonder, is Dan Duquette still in charge? Is Brady Anderson maybe the new sheriff in town? All of this while they've got some key guys on the trading block, and other GMs are wondering who they should be talking to in the Orioles hierarchy. 6-3 Cleveland through 6. Is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Visit buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. And by the injury lawyers at Elk & Elk. Proud partners of the Cleveland Indians. Call 1-800-ELK, Ohio. It's a 6-3 Indians lead, and everybody having a good time at the ball yard tonight. Indians' third sellout of the season. There's a line drive and a base hit to right field. And Matt Chapman, his first hit of the game. Oakland gets their leadoff man aboard. Eric Gonzalez stays in the game at second base.
Shortstop Marcus Semien.
Marcus Semien with a ground ball single in the fifth inning. Topped one up the third baseline.
Yeah, they had a couple hits in that inning that were infield singles where they ended up getting a run in the fifth, but they were down in the count and they put the ball in play. They have out-hit the Indians like 9-7.
Smashed in the left. Marcus Semien. Back-to-back singles by Oakland here in the seventh off Zach McAllister.
Well, there's a fastball down. It's middle of the plate, and Semien takes advantage of it. So back-to-back line drive singles. As Oakland in business here now in the seventh inning. Bullpen is up. They've got a lefty, a righty, Perez, and now Ramirez joined him out there. And I'm sure Perez is waiting for the on-deck hitter.
Fastball in there for a strike. Low and away, 2 balls and a strike. That fastball fouled back 2-2. Out of play, right side. McAllister
over his last 6 outings and has given up 5 earned runs. And the big reason for that is when he has runners in scoring position on the year, hitters are batting .342. But he pops Lucroy up here. This is a big out.
Infield fly.
Gonzalez has it, 1 down.
Took something off. He threw him a breaking ball there, and he had him out in front. And he popped it up. And now Tito coming right back to the mound. It's going to be left-hander Oliver Perez.
So McAllister will leave with 2 on and 1 out. And the Indians up 6-3 in the 7th. The Red Sox take on the Royals at 7 Eastern, or you can stream it live on the Fox Sports app. New pitcher for the Indians is left-hander Oliver Perez. He's on a pretty good run. 15 of his 16 outings scoreless. And he's got Dustin Fowler. Top of the order for Oakland.
We got Pinder pinch hitting.
Chad Pinder. And a pretty good roll of late. Last 11 games, hitting .294. And most of the damage that he has done this year is against left-handed pitching.
Well, 2 for 7 as a pinch hitter with a ribby.
Foul right back.
Gets himself back into the count after falling behind 2-0.
Oliver Perez, a veteran. 8 different major league clubs in his career. Yeah, former starter. He had some pretty good years, especially early in his career. With the Pirates in '03, started 30 games, he was 12-10 with a 2.98 ERA. 07 with the Mets, he was 15-10, ERA of 3.5. Popped up on the infield, Alonso backpedaling. He's there. Infield fly rule again, 2 down.
Well, came back inside, made a really good pitch. And back comes Tito. He's going to wear out his shoes in this inning.
Neil Ramirez will be coming on when we come back. Express and Total Car Care right after the ball game. Alan Jensen will have the highlights. Andre will take you inside the clubhouse. Everything you need to wrap this baby up straight ahead. A better night you will not find. Game time temperature 72 degrees, just a light breeze blowing in tonight from right center field. Indians up 6-3, fireworks show to follow. Sold out house. Oakland knows trying to ruin an otherwise perfect night for Cleveland. 2 on, 2 out. Mark Canha, dangerous hitter, 2 for 3. Neil Ramirez on in relief. And a ground ball just foul, no fair. The umpire calls it fair. Ramirez can't believe it at third base. He thought it was foul for sure. And the A's get a run home as Chapman scores on the play. Semien stops at third. And a 2-out RBI double from Mark Canha.
You know, that ball looked like it went right over the bag and then came into foul territory. You see it. It is. It's fair over the bag. It lands in foul territory, but it went over the bag fair. Gets down into that corner. Only one of the two could score, though, which is a good thing. Brantley able to cut it off, but now the tying runs in scoring position. One at third, one at second. It's a 6-4 game.
Another 2-out run for Oakland. That is where they excel as a team. Jed Lowry 0 for 2, hit by a pitch back in the 4th inning. That was the 170th 2-out run scored by Oakland this year.
Yeah, that run will belong to Zach McAllister.
And the pitch is down low. 2-0 on Jed Lowry. That double by Canna, by the way, is the first extra base hit allowed by Ramirez in his last 12 1/3 innings of work. Lowry walks on 4 straight, and the bases are loaded. And Chris Davis coming to the plate, and pitching coach Carl Willis going to the mound. Well, Tito used 3 pitchers to get through the 6th inning, and he's used 3 pitchers to try and get through this 7th inning.
A couple days ago, we were talking to Terry Francona about Carl Willis, and when he goes out there to talk to pitchers, because Cody Allen said a few nights ago when we were in Kansas City, he came out and said 2 words to him and got him right in the right place. So we asked Tito, what was it? And he said, I don't know. He goes, but Carl is the perfect guy to talk to pitchers. He says he's too emotional during games to say the right thing to a pitcher. He goes, and you can't yell at him. He goes, maybe in the minors you can do it, but you got to say the right thing to trigger a guy to get back into his rhythm and his motion. And he says Carl may be the perfect person to do that because of his personality.
Bedside manner.
Thank you, Doctor. Well, they're in hot water right now with 2 outs. Already 1 run in.
And Chris Davis, their
5 straight.
big time slugger. 1 for 3 on the night. Now 6 for 13 against Indians pitching on the year.
Well, there's no defense for that. Right now, Ramirez falling behind with the better hitters, and they can sort of get a little more discipline and look for their pitch to do some damage to.
There's a good fastball on the outside corner. And it's 2-1.
Looked like Davis looked back and he might have thought it was outside. Take a look at it, see what you think. Ooh, perfect pitch. Tough one to hit, but you don't have to swing at it when you have a 2-0 count.
And he swung at that one. He was trying to hit it a mile, fouled back 2-2.
He was trying to drive in 4 with this swing. It's another fastball, just a little bit above the belt, which is a good thing.
Bases loaded, 2 out, 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Hey, struck him out to get out of the inning. Oh, Neil Ramirez walking a tightrope here in the 7th. Oakland leaves them loaded. They get a run closer at 6-4. Stretch time in Cleveland. And Oakland goes to the bullpen. That is not Tim Hudson wearing number 15, but Emilio Pagan making his 30th appearance of the year.
In the bottom of the 7th inning, changes for Oakland. Number 18, Chad Pinder, there's in the game. Now playing in left field, moving from left to center. Number 21.
And in left field, Chad Pinder takes over.
Number 15.
And Mark Canna moves to center.
And in the bottom of the 7th inning, leading off with a drive. Number 1, Greg Allen.
Emilio Pagan was called up from AAA on May 18th for his second stint this year. He's been pretty good. Scoreless in 16 of 17 since.
Only pitched 2 innings against the Indians in his career. He's not allowed anything, so they don't really have a book on him whatsoever.
Pitched a scoreless 8th inning in Oakland on June 30th. Struck out 2. Greg Allen singles into right field. Who needs a book?
Yeah, get that first pitch to your liking and get after and find a hole, and Allen does just that.
The FIFA World Cup quarterfinals wraps up tomorrow. 2 big games on Fox. First, Sweden faces England at 9 a.m. Eastern. Then the host Russians battle Croatia at 2. You can catch it on Fox or stream all the action live on the Fox Sports app. Francisco Lindor 2 for 3. Has singled twice, has scored 2 runs. See how anxious Greg Allen is to get rolling. He hasn't run at will, but when he has stolen, they have not been able to catch him. He's perfect 4 for 4.
Yeah, he's pretty quick to the plate. Doesn't pick that front leg up. More of a slide step. But here you're going to let, I would think, give Lindor that opportunity for that hole between first and second here with nobody out.
Runner goes, and there's the throw, nowhere near in time. Greg Allen with the steal, his 5th on the year.
Well, they keep going, boy. They know something. Whether it's the pitcher, whether it's Lucroy behind the plate, their second stolen base. He got a good jump, even with that slide step. By the time the throw gets down there, though, he's in safely. So he was a little quicker than average getting the ball to the plate, but behind the plate, it didn't get to second in time, and it's a 2-0 count now for Frankie.
Well, he's batted .343 this year when he's had runners in scoring position. I guess there are guys who are just great leadoff hitters, and then there are great hitters who bat leadoff, and he's the latter.
Yeah, no question. That's a good way to put it.
I mean, we've talked about this before. You can put him in a lot of different places in the order.
He hits leadoff and wants to hit leadoff. That can hit dingers, that can hit doubles, and just continue to get on base and score runs. So there's a 4-pitch walk, and now the Indians back at it again.
3rd straight time Brantley has batted with Lindor aboard ahead of him. Back in the 3rd inning, he blooped a double into center field that set up a 3-run inning. And in the 5th, he blasted one over the head of the center fielder for an RBI double.
Yeah, that was on a 3-2 count. That enabled Lindor to score from first base. Then he came back and scored on Edwin's sacrifice fly. Well, the Indians setting the table. See if the big dogs can eat. Michael's not going to be that aggressive if you're not throwing strikes to the hitter before. That's 5 straight. First pitch to Allen, base hit. No, he hasn't thrown a strike.
Up and away. It's 2-0. And a mound visit. Pregame gave up the leadoff single to Greg Allen and walked Lindor on 4 straight. Now he's 2-0 to Brantley with Jose Ramirez frothing at the mouth in the on-deck circle.
Well, they better stay away. Look at what the top 4 hitters have done. 6 for 10, 5 ribbies. Stay away from a bases loaded situation. This Indians team is lethal. And there is nobody up and warming in that Oakland bullpen either.
Brantley had one down in the zone where he likes it, fouls it back 2-2. And now Pregame can't get on the same page. A's have actually out-hit the Indians tonight, 11-8. The Indians leading at 6-4 here in the 7th inning. And that's outside, full count. And the payoff pitch. Left field. Pinder makes the catch, and that is out number 1.
Well, good swing. Got to a full count. Did what he could. Hit a ball right on the nose. But right at the left fielder.
And that'll bring up Jose Ramirez. This was his 2-run double back in the 3rd inning. That put the Indians on top. Just missed hitting a home run. Nonetheless, his 50th extra base hit of the year. Joining his teammate, Francisco Lindor. 50 extra base hits each before the All-Star break. First Indians teammates to ever accomplish that feat. Ball in the dirt. Low. 2-0.
He has not been ahead of any hitter because Allen, who led it off, hit the first pitch. He's having a tough time trying to find the strike zone. If you don't help him out, you should get into a good hitter's count. Crowd just waiting for a base hit here to get up off their seats and have some fun.
He took a healthy cut, but a foul back. And it's 2-1. The Indians have won 4 straight. 11 games over 500. Oakland 9 games over the break-even mark. Winners in 8 of their last 9. This sellout crowd sensing the chance to put the A's away here in the 7th. Whoa, and a full count. And this is where Ramirez, his game has really gone to a different level this year because he's not afraid to take the walk. He's walked 53 times. That's 4th most in the American League.
And that's hard to do when you're an aggressive hitter like Jose.
Right.
You want to swing, but he's learning how to play the game. They don't want to pitch to me. Trust that guy behind you, and he certainly does with Encarnacion.
Because of those walks and the fact that he hits for a high average, his on-base percentage this year is .600. Only Mookie Betts, JD Martinez, and Mike Trout are better. Now Pagano ready with a pitch. And a broken bat single into right center field. That's going to chase home Greg Allen. Lindor's on his way to 3rd. It's an RBI single for Ramirez and a 7-4 Cleveland lead.
Boy, he just loves to hit. And I watched him come out of the batter's box, and he was thinking second all the way, even though he knew it was probably a single, but if they threw it to a wrong base, he was ready to take off. So he drives in the run, get it right back. Allen will score it. They've got great base runners out there. It's 1st and 3rd now with 1 out, and they increase their lead to 7-4. He said, yep, let's go.
Edwin Encarnacion, a couple of sacrifice flies. He could do it a 3rd time right here.
Yes, he can. And Brantley scored once on the sac fly. Ramirez one time, and now Lindor can score.
Go to 1st.
Well, they must keep an eye on them because they have ran tonight and they've stolen a couple.
And Ramirez is off. Here's the throw. It's high. Coming home is Lindor. They're going to steal a run.
Double steal. Love it. You chose to throw through and you paid the price. He goes in head first, and you got to be careful that way, Frankie, with your hand. But Jose steals 2nd, and on the back end, Lindor comes in. So there goes another run.
Watch the umpire, Arch, sort of inadvertently get in the way. I don't know if that altered the throw or not, but they weren't going to get Lindor anyway.
No, you weren't going to get him, but you see where when that foot's out there in front of the plate, you got to be careful with the hand. He scores on the double steal, so they have 4 now tonight.
8-4 Cleveland. Edwin fouls one back.
Lindor scores his 3rd run, already leads the league. I mean, he's been rounding the bases. He's like a...
I'm going to tell you guys something.
What's that?
Javi Baez has stolen home twice with lefties throwing back to first base against him. You know who wants to steal home and wants to prove he can do it too, right?
Well,
Lindor wants to be more aggressive, especially with lefties on 3rd. He thinks he can steal home clean, and he wants to try to do the same thing Baez has done in Chicago, so that shouldn't be a surprise that he did that tonight.
The 0-2. Ripped to left field, a base hit. Racing home is Ramirez. 9-4 Cleveland. Edwin with an RBI double. He's driven in 3 on the night.
Well, he was mad he didn't get a hit in his last at-bat because he hit it on the nose. But this time he'll get his 3rd RBI. He'll get his 11th double, and he got on top of that one. I mean, it just smokes it down the line. He hit it so hard that if a good throw, they might have had a chance, but it's offline, so he gets the double, and it's a 3-run 7th inning for the Indians. So they come back and punched right back after Oakland got 1.
Yonder Alonso, 0 for 3 tonight.
Their 4th double of the night. They have 4 stolen bases. And they have some crooked numbers on the scoreboard.
And foul back.
Watch him get on top of this fastball. And I mean, 108. That matches the double that they had back on Sunday in Oakland, and it was Alonso that had it at 107, I think, one off the right field wall.
And look at Edwin going to 3rd on the ball in the dirt.
You know it's his night when you run through a stop sign and score a run, and you just ball out in front of the catcher. You come on to 3rd base. Day off paid dividends, huh? That goes as another wild pitch. Changeup. Look, he's looking for the breaking ball, and he gets a changeup, so he was crossed up.
And when Edwin saw that ball bound out in front of the plate, just the way that Lucroy reacted to it, he said, oh, might as well keep going. Alonso unable to catch up. He's in the hole 1-2. With the Indians up 9-4, Oakland has the infield sort of in. They don't have to be all the way in with Edwin running. And so you've got the first baseman and the second baseman playing a few steps deeper because they feel like they can afford to.
I don't know tonight. He's got his running shoes on, baby.
Fast Eddie.
Yes, indeed. Be careful. He may be going on contact.
Pulled foul. Emilio Pagan's 26th pitch of the inning. And that's fouled back out of play.
Well, this is what they were able to do. Although they did get Blackburn tonight for 6 runs in his 4+ innings. And he pitched a heck of a game last Friday against them in Oakland. They were able to get him, and now they're adding on to that bullpen.
Out of play. Santiago Casilla up in the Oakland pen. every manager tries to win the game that night, but they also have to, in the back of their mind, try to balance the big picture as well. And Bob Melvin's team starts this road trip here in Cleveland. Then they go to Houston for 4. And the Astros have flat out owned them this year. Then they go back home to San Francisco to play the Giants for 3 going into the All-Star break. There's a fly ball hit deep enough to center to get the run home, I think.
Fast, Eddie. Mark it down, baby. No slide.
4 more for the Indians here in the 7th. That's going to be it for Pregame.
Another sacrifice fly.
Gil Alonso his 48th run batted in on the year. 2 down in the inning. And Bob Melvin will call on Santiago Casilla. The 7th.
Jose gets the base hit to drive in Allen for the first run. Then they pull a double steal here. Ramirez, they cut it off, throw home for Lindor. He's safe. There's 2 more steals, and then Encarnacion gets on top of a fastball, drives in his 3rd run, and it's a 4-run inning for the Tribe. They have a single run in the 2nd, 2 in the 5th. They got 3 in the 3rd, and 4 in the 7th. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Eric Gonzalez first at bat tonight. He came on for Jason Kipnis, who walked twice, singled, drove in a run, and stole a base. And he sends a fly ball to right. Piscotti makes the catch. Indians up 10-4 as we go to the 8th.
coming on for the save. And he is now the all-time save leader in Cleveland Indian history. Congratulations to Cody Allen. What a night. Done it in a short period of time. So put his name at #1 for saves in Cleveland Indians history. Danny Otero coming on now out of the bullpen for the Indians. He comes on now in a 10-4 ball game. Otero for the 32nd time, 1-1 record, 5.87 ERA. Olson, Piscotty, Chapman, the scheduled hitters.
Olson a couple of hits tonight. Home run in the second. But it was the hit that sort of wasn't in the sixth that proved to be another big moment in this game. Olson with 1 out in the sixth off Mark Zipchinski, hit a ball to right field. Looked like he had an easy double, but Tyler Naquin's throw got there very close to the same time Olson did, and instead of sliding, he went in trying to stand up and he slid over the top of the bag, and alertly Francisco Lindor had the tag on him just as he slid off the bag. The Indians challenged the play, and on video replay the call was overturned. He was out, and a potential rally fizzled for Oakland at that point.
Well, it's almost like he was decoyed because Lindor was acting like the ball wasn't coming in. Very nonchalantly stood around the bag, and you got to give Naquin credit because he made a strong throw, even though it should have been a double anyway. If he slides, nothing. It's a plain and simple. It's a double. But I don't know if he assumed that it was going to be an automatic double. It was not.
Dan Otero strikes him out. 1 down. This was the play in the sixth.
Now watch how nonchalant that Lindor is. He makes a good strong throw, and he has a good arm. Boom. And that quick tag. But he was on him early because the foot slides off the base. But it took a replay to get it right there, right on the hip or at the belt. Say he's out. Boy, that's the difference in this game nowadays. When you're an infielder and you're applying a tag to somebody, you always have to keep that glove on them now. You got to keep it on them at all times.
Because it could be just for a fraction.
Right.
If there's daylight,
when you break
video
frame by
needs.
frame.
Yeah.
That is true. I don't think replay was designed to do that, but it's to that point.
And I think the video replay guys, along with the managers, have all figured out now that there's a ball deep to right, deep and foul. I think they've all figured out now that if you take a look at it, if there's a question, if it's close but it's not convincing, you're not going to get it overturned.
Right.
So I think a lot of teams are saying don't bother with the really close ones now. It has to be pretty, once the call is made, in other words, if you're going to get it flipped,
that impacts it.
Has to be something convincing.
Yeah, you try it, you get used to it. You win some you lose.
And there are some instances in the game where you say, hey, let's try it. Let's challenge it. You know, maybe there is nothing to lose.
That point in the game.
Yeah. Well, we've got a fireworks show coming up after the game, but there's one going on currently downtown. Is that out on the mall?
Yeah, that's isn't that the Cleveland Orchestra playing downtown tonight?
Yeah, maybe their show just ended, huh?
I think it did. They're coming on at 9. It's 10. Well, stay downtown. You're going to have some more following this ball game.
Art, you're showing your age knowing that the orchestra was downtown.
Well, I was told by someone else.
Why do you say that?
Yeah, right.
I'm kidding.
Well, I got to pick on the old guy.
Oh, Matt, he's down.
There you go. Yeah, he is, too. Thanks, Matt, for sticking up for me.
Yeah, I like it. 2 caps today.
Got that right. Andre doesn't like the orchestra.
The 3-2. Ground ball to second. Gonzalez. Good strong throw, 2 down. Matt Chapman, 1 for 3. Scored the A's last run in the 7th inning. Dan Otero trying to work a 1-2-3 inning. And a ground ball to short should do the trick. Otero with a 1-2-3-8. 10-4 Cleveland.
Not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Cleveland Indians.
We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Fireworks all around us, and fireworks here at the ballpark. Indians up 10-4. Chris Hatcher is the 5th pitcher of the night for Oakland, and the last time he pitched is a day he'd just as soon forget about. It was July 1st, the finale of the Indians series in Oakland, and he came into that game in the 8th inning, faced 4 batters, gave up a single, a double, hit a guy, RBI single. He was out of the game. All 4 of those runs came around and scored. And that was only the beginning of the inning. But when you face 4 hitters, don't retire a batter and they all score. Ouch. Yeah, for a relief pitcher. It's kind of like what you just saw in the sky.
Well, you got a piece of that one to slow it down. That'll go 1-4-3. Get some glove, even though they were playing over. Lowry was over there on that side. He's going to get out of the way, but it goes off the end of his glove and it slowed it down. So there's the 1-4 and the 3, the way it goes.
Naquin 0 for 3 on the night. All 3 ground outs. There's the shortstop, Semien. And there are 2 down. Recapping our storylines brought to you by your local Ford dealers. Oakland, one of the best 2-out scoring teams in baseball, 2 more tonight. But not enough because Blackburn was roughed up by the Indians. And the Oakland bullpen unable to slow down the Tribe as well. Greg Allen, his single started the 4-run 7th inning. A little low. Tigers beat the Rangers tonight at home 3-1. Old time baseball, 2 hours 5 minutes.
Wow, that might be the quickest game of the year, huh?
Bartolo Colon went the distance for Texas on 97 pitches. Gave up a couple of home runs. That was it. Can't imagine. Well, I mean, I guess somebody could have played one quicker than that, maybe, but.
Oh, okay. Remember when you were teasing Swanee?
Oh, yeah. They played a 2-hour game on Sunday. That's right. Kansas City and Seattle.
Yeah.
Indians go 1-2-3 for the 2nd time tonight. We go to the 9th inning. 10-4 Cleveland. This was back in the 7th inning with a couple on.
Yeah, after he threw 6 straight balls, comes back for 3 straight strikes and gets them to get out of that inning and leave them stranded. There was 3 on base, and that really turned it around, and the Indians came back in to score.
Dan Otero worked a 1-2-3-8. He'll stay on to pitch the 9th. Check swing foul back by Marcus Semien. Upstairs 1-2. A reminder, tomorrow late afternoon start. Indians Live will begin our coverage at 3:30. And the first pitch comes your way just after 4. Corey Kluber and Edwin Jackson match up tomorrow in the middle game of the series. Carlos Carrasco returned from the disabled list tonight. He went 5 1/3. He allowed 3 runs on 7 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 7. Made 96 pitches. Chopper to short. Lindor cuts it off and throws him out. Marcus Semien is out number 1. Looked like, knocking off a little rust. There was obviously some very good.
Look, the leadoff hitter of the game went deep. The leadoff hitter in the second inning went deep. But I'll tell you what, he came back and he settled in nicely. A couple of solo home runs, and he had 7 strikeouts. I thought he threw the ball well.
Struck out 2 in the first. He struck out the side in the third. And then a single strikeout in the 5th and 6th innings. Missed outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And there's a called third. 2 down. Otero with his 2nd strikeout tonight. Chad Pinder's 2nd at bat tonight. $34,633. Sellout crowd. Waiting for the fireworks now. 1-1. Indians offense gave them plenty to cheer about as the Tribe returns home to kick off this 10-game homestand, and they've done it in fine fashion. Even Sean Barber wanted to get out of here a little quickly. Can't blame him. Now everybody's up. Fouled it off. Ten runs, 10 hits for the Indians. 4 runs, 11 hits for Oakland. And the 1-2. Blowing away. He got a piece in the dirt. Dan Otero came on, worked a 1-2-3-8. He's retired the first 2 here in the 9th. Buck him, Dano. 10-4 Cleveland. The Indians are a season high 12 games over 500. 49-37. They've won 5 in a row. Carlos Carrasco, the winning pitcher, he is 9-5. The loss to Paul Blackburn, he is 2-3. With the loss, Oakland is now 48-40 on the year. So a good start, first time back for Cookie.
Yeah.
And the offense seemed like they kind of picked up where they left off the last time they played Oakland.
They're home. where they like to score. They score better at home, and I'll tell you, they swung the bats like they wanted to tonight. The top half of the lineup did a great job today. They scored, 9 of the 10 runs. So Carrasco, he's back. That's nice to see. They'll have a lot to talk about after the game tonight.
10-4 the final. Some final thoughts right after this.